Alright guys, here we are, second to last Sunday of the meet. Kind of decided to change things around a little bit. It's just gonna make everything shorter and sweeter and better. Basically, I'm gonna eliminate my analysis. I'll briefly go over my top 2 or 3 selections or my horses that will be involved in my bets. But ultimately, I've been looking at my videos and getting feedback from people. You're just interested in my picks, which is obvious, and that's great. That's awesome. I want you to be interested in my picks. That's the most important part, because the more money you make, the more times you watch me help you make money. And I hope to carry this on beyond Del Mar. So let's keep the momentum going. Last week was our best week so far. Pulled in over $150 through our bets. And we just keep getting better. I feel even better about this week, so let's do it. Race 1, it's a mile on the dirt. It's an allowance claiming race. The purse is $62,000. Claiming price is $20,000. I personally really like the 6 Popular Kid. I think he's got the most class in the field. Senator Robert always runs a pretty good race. I also, like the 1 a little bit. The 2 even wouldn't surprise me, and obviously you have Flavien Prat on somebody who I haven't even mentioned yet. So a very competitive race. I just feel like the 6 with that outside post especially going to be able to just stalk and take control late. So with that, I'm going to put 10 to win on the 6. And I know Senator Robert always runs a good race. I'm going to hope he comes up and nabs second. And I'm going to play the exacta box there, $1 exacta box, 4-6. So 10 to win on 6, $1 exacta box, 4-6. That's going to be race number 1. Let's move on to race 2. Race 2 is going to be a 5.5 furlong event for maiden 2-year-olds. Tough race, some first-time starters. One of those races they love to throw in here early. I personally like the outside horses. The 7 Irish Terrier is going to go off probably as your favorite here, probably around 2 to 1, 9 to 5. I like Irish Terrier. I don't want to bet that. I don't want to bet that price. And I think I'm going to get more closer to maybe 3 to 1, 7 to 2 on Concord Jet. So I'm going to bet the 8, make the 8 my top pick, thinking I'm going to get a better odds on him. I'm going to put $3 to win, place, and show on him. And then what I'm essentially going to do is play the outside trifecta box. So $1 trifecta box, 6, 7, 8. Number 6, U.S. Lawman, Andy Mathis, Alonso Quinones in the irons, 8 to 1 more line. Get a little price in there with those 2 top choices that I like. So hopefully can get you some a couple extra dollars there, throwing in another price there, which I think the 3 outside horses playing. The outside horses love the short sprints. They don't have to worry about getting trapped down on the rail. So that's race 2, and on to race 3. By the way, first post is 2 p.m. as always, but there's 10 races again, just like last weekend. They're getting close to the end of the meet, so they're giving you a few more races here, which is great. The third race is a 6.5 furlong on the dirt allowance claiming event again. Purse is $62,000. Claiming is $20,000. Very similar to the second race. As far as the numbers go, obviously that's a mile. It's a 6 furlong event. So basically, what we have here is you have Peter Miller and Flavien Prat in a sprint. 2 to 1 morning line. If you get 2 to 1, you're as lucky as it gets. If you get 2 to 1, put a lot of money on him. If you don't, probably put less and less the more and more it goes down, because you're probably not going to get that. The 4 Powder is the horse I'm talking about. I think he's going to win the race. Connections, class, race, form that he's in now. I feel like the race is perfect for him. Now it's about who's going to come in second to me. So with that being said, I'm going to put 20 to win on the 4 Powder. I'm very confident. And then how I'm going to play this is a $1 exacta. No box. I'm going to exacta 4, so 4 has to win. And I'm going to go with 1, 2, 3. So the 1, 2, or the 3 can come in second place for you. Getting some good odds there. I don't necessarily think those horses are the second best horses, but you never know what can happen in a race, especially if a horse like Powder it handles this field like I think he will. I feel like, I'm sorry, like she will. I feel like anything can happen kind of behind her. So I'm going to go with the one Lil Grayson. Of course, the Grayson horses, I love them. The Grayson and Mizzen Mass horses, I just love them. The 2 Pied and True, who always seems to run a pretty good race, especially at Del Mar, and number 3 Chocolate Goddess. So 4 has to win with the 1, 2, 3. It's only a $3 investment, by the way. So that's race number 3. Let's move on to race 4. Let's get a quick cheers to a Saturday night. We're coming to the end of the Del Mar meet. I was so excited for it to start, and now I'm getting sad for it to end. But I hope I can continue this throughout the years. It's been fun. Let's move on to race 4. Race 4 is 5.5 furlongs, a maiden for 2-year-olds, $60,000. You know, lightly raced horses, 2 first-time starters you're gonna get here, which it makes it tough as it gets. Which is why I'm gonna take a little bit of a step out here. I'm going to make the 4 my top pick, Neptune Storm, with Asiel Espinosa. Bill Morey is the trainer. You get that weight break for that young horse. I always like that. You get 5-1 morning line. You get Stormy Atlantic as the dad, so I love that. There's horses I like also. Number 2, Tail of the Union, is going to be your favorite, if not your second choice, probably going off. I like that horse too. I just don't think you're going to get a ton of money, and I'd rather money odds with these young horses especially. So basically how I want to play it is I'm going to throw in the 6 Mo Dinero in the try box with my 4 and that 2 Tail of the Union. So I'm going to do a trifecta box, 2, 4, 6. With the 4 being my top pick, Neptune Storm. I put 4 to win, place, and show on Neptune Storm. I think this horse has a really good chance here in a very, very young field, if you will. All right, race 5 is interesting to me. Race 5 is ultra interesting to me. I am going to end up taking the rail here. I'm going to stay away from the 2 favorites. Peter Miller, Flavian Pratt have the 9-horse Mo C. Cal. I just don't like the 9 with these 3 turns. I just think that bound to go wide, and it's not a 1 1/8, it's a 1 1/16, which is even less time to get over on that first turn. I'm more going towards the rail, and I'm not into 2-1 morning line. See Sensation. I'm not sold. This is a 1 1/16 on the turf starter allowance. The purse is $35. And I think I'm going to go on the inside, make my top pick, number 1 Foxtail. It's a mizzen mast horse. John Sadler, Tyler Connor, has the most weight in the field, just by 2 pounds over a couple people. But I do really like this horse, and if it can overcome the weight, it's got the inside post to save ground, which can probably cancel out that weight factor. So I'm going to go ahead and go 4 to win, place, and show on number 1 Foxtail. And then I'm going to just go, I like the 2, I just don't want to bet it. So I'm going to go $1 exacta box 1, 2, and then I'm going to throw in the 6, Funny Bean. I'm going to Joe Talamo on the turf. I want to throw in a big price here. I don't know where to go. I almost went with the 3. I almost went with the 3 Mongolian Humor, all inside, but I wanted to throw more of a mid-pack horse in with a price. It is one of the longest shots on the board morning line, but that's what we like. That makes us money. So I'm going to ultimately go $1 exacta box 1, 2, 6. And let's see here. Moving on to race 6. Race 6 is a 6.5 furlong event on the turf. It's a beaten claiming race. The purse is $20,000. There's a horse in here that I bet or included in some of my picks about 3 weeks back. Neon Gypsy gets Flavian Pratt aboard. Van Belvoir is the trainer. You're getting 5-2 right now, morning line. And I'm going to put a lot of my money on this horse. I think this horse, it's a lot like that horse. What was his name? Quebec. Ran a good second here. Came back 3 weeks later, about a week ago, and won a very nice race. And I kind of see this horse doing the same thing. Neon Gypsy, I'm going to put 5 to win, place, and show on the 2 Neon Gypsy. That's a pretty confident bet there. I like him a lot. And then I'm going to do one of my patented 4-horse exacta boxes, which my odds on those are very high this meet. So pay attention. Oh, wait, not this race. I'm sorry. The next race, I'm going to be doing an exacta box with 4 horses. Sorry, they're pricey. I don't want to do them in every single race. They're $12, but I do have a good high percentage of hitting those. So this is actually just a 3-horse exacta box. I'm going to go 2 Neon Gypsy, my top pick. With the 4 LA Coliseum, you get Peter Miller in a sprint. With Asiel Espinosa in the irons with that 5-pound weight allowance, and you love that. His horses are always ready, but you get that extra weight break, and you never know. So 2, 4, and then 8 is Princess Arini. Simon Callahan is the owner and the trainer. He puts Martin Pedrosa aboard to. He loves that. He's gonna get him out in front for him. And you know how he is. If he can get out in front past that Topaz time, who's kind of outside of him, get past that horse, I feel like he's going to be up there and begging for a win. So let's play. We're going to play the 2-4-8 $1 exacta box 2-4-8, and then 5 to win, place, and show on the 2 Neon Gypsy. I think this horse has it made for him tomorrow. So, race 7, my favorites. Not 5 furlongs on the turf. These races are so tough to me. It's an allowance claiming race. It's $100,000 claim. You have to claim these horses for $100,000. So these are good horses, but they do have a tag on them, or some of them do. The purse is $67,000. This is a good race. These are horses that are just below stakes competition at this point is how they're running. So you have a lot of good horses here. One horse, the 2 Rubelinda, you get Richard Mandela, Flavian Pratt, 5-2 morning line. Hard to stay away, but I just don't see how this horse is going to be able to get out and clear anything, and I feel like the horses that aren't out and clear on these sprints, they're just not able to get enough, and I don't like that. So I'm going to stay to the outside of all of them. My top pick is going to be the 8 horse, which is Peter Miller's horse. He doesn't have Flavian Pratt aboard, but he has Drayden Van Dyke. You get 7-2. You get him in a 5.5 furlong sprint. You gotta take. I'm gonna put 5 to win, place, and show on him, but then I'm just gonna go straight 4-horse exacta box outside 6, 7, 8, 9. That's it. Straight easy. 6, 7, 8, 9. Take the outside horses. You get Doug O'Neill, Jeff Mullins, Peter Miller, and Thomas Proctor as trainers out there on those 4. You get Evan Roman, Tyler Connor, Drayden Van Dyke, and Gary Stevens out there on the jockeys as those top 4. I'll take it. Let's make it easy on ourselves. So, last 3 races here. Like I said, there was 10, giving us more chances to win here, which we love. So let's move on to race 8 here. Race 8 is 6 furlongs. It's an allowance claiming race. $40,000 is the price to claim for some of these. The purse is $62,000. These are pretty good horses as well. Just below that, Stakes Company. Also, some of these coming out of Stakes Company. Some of these have run in Stakes Company in the past. But basically, I think this race is wide open. I don't truly love anybody in this race. I think the favorite, Distinctive B, the 7 with Peter Miller and Flavien Prat, you obviously can't go wrong there, especially in a sprint. But I think that horse is vulnerable. I think Distinctive B is vulnerable, and I want to exploit that. I want to go to the outside with Paddock Pick. Hopefully he's the Paddock Pick tomorrow. Brian Corner's been doing some really good things this meet. Tiago Pereira's aboard. You get 6-1 morning line. I'm going to put 4 to win, place, and show on him. And then I'm also going to do another one of my patented 4-horse exacta boxes. Pay attention. Time to win money here. I'm going to go 3, 4, 6, 11. Make it a triple the 3. Fight on. Mo Soul for your price there. And our top pick, the 11-horse Paddock Pick. Keep your eyes open. And you know, the 5-horse is a good horse. You have Martin Pedrosa aboard, Street Vision. So you know, there's other horses here, but I'm gonna take my my picks. I think I've been doing pretty well with those 4-horse exacta boxes. Let's move on to race 9. 2 races left, guys. We're at the Torrey Pines Stakes. It's a Grade 3, $100,000 guaranteed. It's a stakes for fillies. These are fillies. This is the big race of the day. And you have that horse Just Graze Me, who ran a huge race about 3-4 weeks ago. The Grazing horse, which I'm on board. As far as I'm concerned, this is a horse that looked beautiful. Tyler Bays, Philip D'Amato, the Grazins do so well. Like I said before, you know, put this horse in some of my stuff when he raced before, and he absolutely blew away the competition. It was beautiful. Looked really good doing it. So I'm going to go ahead and put 4 to win, place, and show on the 9-horse Just Grazed Me. And then just a 3-horse exacta box here. 1 Royal Descendant with it's Brian Corner and Tiago Pereira. I think Brian Corner likes Tiago Pereira a bit. He puts him aboard here. And I'm going to put Limuna Flavien Prat's aboard with Richard Baltas. I'm going to put him in my exacta. So 1, 4, 4, 9. 9 Just Grazed Me, my top pick. 1, 4, 9 exacta box. And here we go to the 10th. 5.5 furlongs. End it with a maiden claiming event for 3-year-olds and upward. Tough race. These horses haven't won. I really didn't know where to pick, where to go here. I ended up staying to the outside. I'll keep it light on your wallets here. I'm going to put 10 to win, place, and show on the 13 Street Zombie. Asiel Espinosa. Hopefully Asiel Espinosa has a big day tomorrow. I have him on 2 or 3 more horses, and hopefully he's live tomorrow. He gets that weight break on the outside. 4-1 morning line. Bob Hess is the trainer. Hopefully, you know, those outside horses tend to do well, especially on those late day races. The last couple races, they swoop around and you kind of forget about them out there on the outside. So I'm going to put 10 to win, place, and show on the 13. That will be it for that race and for the day. Yeah, see, we'll keep it under 20 minutes. Now you have all my picks. I kind of give you a little insight into why I like some of my horses. And hopefully you watch this. And you know, there won't be nothing, no need to put anything else up tomorrow morning. You got my picks. Enjoy your day at the races tomorrow. Hopefully you pull out some winners. I'll be paying attention. Unfortunately, I do have to work tomorrow, my shitty ass job. But this keeps me going every day. I love this shit. And I'll be back on tomorrow night, probably when I get home from work, about 9 o'clock, 9:30, with the results of all these picks. And hopefully I can say we did better than last week, because every week we've done better, made more money for you. And here we go with the last 2 weeks. And good night. God bless.